How you doing? This is Black Shy Guy, and the Ben Shapiro interview with Gina Carano has finally came out live. If you're not a subscriber of Livewire or Ben Shapiro, basically you had to wait for today. You had to wait for today for the interview to be available to you. Full. It was a Sunday special, obviously, from Ben Shapiro. Make sure you check out his site. I'm gonna put the link in the description because I want in no way to disrespect the fact that he got this interview, solo interview, which was so important for a lot of people who believe in Gina Carano's fight. So go check out his website. Go check out his interview. You don't have to stay here. I mean, I support whatever you do, but if you do stay here, I really appreciate it. This is not live. This is a recording. So if you're watching it, I really appreciate it. Hit that like button if you really like the video. Also subscribe if you want any upcoming new videos. But let's dive in. All right, let's dive in on this interview. It's pretty interesting. If you don't know what's going on with Gina Carano, she was fired from Lucasfilm / Disney for her political statements on her Twitter. And it's been catching a lot of traction. She's been basically fighting back. And with the help of Shapiro, it's been catching even more traction. Especially after this interview when she called out Disney for their act and for how they fired her was basically, I don't know, very unprofessional. Very unprofessional. She found out that she was fired the same way we found out she was fired. And I don't know how a company, a multi-million-dollar company, will not let you know of your employment before everybody else. And she talks about also about the LGBT community, always accusing her of being against them, which is false. They always want to twist words. These people that always go in her comments talking about she's against gays, lesbians, and trans. You guys are fools and you guys are idiots. She's not against you guys whatsoever. She's against basically not you guys in general, but basically the mob forcing her to put pronouns on her bio, which she has every right to not put pronouns in her bio if she doesn't want to. I mean, it's a free country. It's the United States, for God's sake. Let's dive into this interview. Obviously, it's going to be a little choppy. I'm not going to go through all of it because, once again, I think it's very disrespectful to Ben Shapiro for me to obviously watch the entire interview on my channel. You should go to his channel, check out his interview over there. He did a very great job, and he's very supportive of Gina Carano's fight. So make sure you go to his channel, even subscribe, because you do get a discount, okay? I'm doing this for you guys who did not see the interview, okay? But I'm going to chop it up, like I said, so let's dive in. Let's not even waste any time. So the first thing we're going to start out with is her LGBT situation she had when everybody started basically changing the narrative and saying that she's against the community. She talks about it here, and it's very emotional, and you can understand that she's coming from the heart, that she does not hate the community whatsoever. People just basically made their own story about what she meant when she put beep bop boop in her bio. And this is how it goes. Let her tell you her own story.
Through sort of the controversy over the transgender pronouns, because that was the first time you started really trending on Twitter for politics.
I ended up putting beep bop boop in my Twitter bio, and 100%. It was 100% to go to the Twitter mob that was telling you what to do, and it had zero to do with trying to go after the transgendered community, because I would never do that. I'm just me personally. I'm not trying to target anybody or go out after anybody. And so as soon as I saw people started taking that wrong, I put right after that. I was like, no, beep bop boop was like me just saying. I literally said to my friend, I was like, let's put something in my bio just to show like I can put whatever I want in my bio. just like they put like whatever they want in their bio, like trash panda and all this stuff. And like, so I just put these noises in my bio, and then there was this crazy meltdown. It was just a big, massive meltdown, and all the fear and all of the stuff goes straight through your skin, and you start like, "Whoa, what is happening?" Well, like, I told you I didn't mean this towards this community, and like, you're misunderstanding it. Um, and it was just a shock wave went through my body because I was like, "Oh, this is what this feels like. This is uncomfortable."
So Disney came to you and
Basically, as you heard, the reason she put beep bop boop in her bio was to show the fact that she has the right to do whatever she wants with her Twitter account. It's every man, woman, child's right to put anything they want in their bio. For you to try to push a narrative and force her to put they, them, whatever in her bio to show that she supports the LGBT community is wrong. She can put anything she damn well pleased in her bio. She wasn't trying to say she hates the community. She wasn't trying to say she doesn't like that lifestyle. She was trying to say, you guys are trying to push a narrative on me. And you know what? I'm going to show you that I can do whatever I want with my account. It's my account. You have no right. You have no right to try to force something upon me. That's all she was saying. And you got all these crazy people trying to push a narrative to say, well, she hates, she's against lesbians, she's against gays, she's against trans rights, or whatever the case may be. You guys are ridiculous. This mob has to be stopped. We're going to continue with what Disney actually did after that blowout. So we're going to dive in. Disney wanted her to basically apologize. She did issue an apology, and they said that wasn't good enough. Okay? They said that wasn't good enough. They said basically that you need to do something else. You need to do something else to appease us, basically. But at the same time, Lucasfilm's own employees are slandering her, making a mockery of her name. Take a look. Sickening.
Communicate. They wanted me to get, and all of these Lucasfilm employees are railing me on their websites. I mean, one of them, creative director, had a GoFundMe, and in the GoFundMe bio, it was like, "This is because our ignorant actress," and and like it was like you. So they wanted me to get on the phone with like 40 of their
Ignorant actress. Ignorant actress. This is an employee of Lucasfilms, going online slandering her name. Disney had no kind of repercussions for that gentleman or woman that basically took that action against Gina Carano. That didn't faze them whatsoever. Let's continue.
LGBTQ community, not on the phone, on Zoom. And I felt like you're all these people, all your employees are slandering the hell out of me right now. You think I want to get on a video where they can then film it, And I felt very kind of insecure about that. So what I offered them was, the restaurants at the time had, started opening back up, and I was like, let me take, 4 or 5 of them out to dinner, and it'd be a person to person. You can look me in my eyes, I can look you in your eyes, and let's have.
Can it be any well said than that? Why would you want her to basically be in an auditorium with 40 other people against her? There's nothing personal about such a large group of people against one individual. So what she's saying is, hey, you know what? Let me just take the majority, basically the leaders of that group. Let me take them out to dinner so it can be more personal, on a personal level. Looking at each other eye to eye so we can basically see our emotions and the truth come out. For me to say what I really feel. because I'm just not comfortable staring at 40 people who obviously are going to attack me. I mean, it's not that difficult to understand. Not everybody can stand up in front of a group of people who are basically prepared to attack her. She just wanted a situation that involved much more of a personal level. Dinner, conversation, solutions. Disney couldn't accommodate that?
Have a genuine conversation. And I think it's also a bit abusive that you want me to talk to 40 people and hear 40 people. Like, I just that have been slandering, like, and maybe not all of them have been slandering me, but a lot of them probably had. And it was just like, wait, I don't feel like I've really like deserved this, you know? I mean, don't you guys see what's happening online? It's like all these bots. It's not even like faces. It's not real people. It's just, and it feels like who I don't know who these people are, children or just bots or whoever the hell these people are.
Twitter rage mob.
Yeah, and they're awful. And I actually asked the LGBTQ community leaders for the trans section. I was like, why don't you guys address that? It might be healthier if you address what's happening, the aggressive push.
Disney's seen what happened. Do they see what's going on social media with all the bots, so-called people who just making accounts to attack her? Because not every single account is a active account. People are just making extra accounts to attack her. But Disney's not smart enough to know that. They're not smart enough to know that. All Disney wants is an apology that can appease the mob. Once again, this was a fantastic interview by Ben Shapiro. Fantastic interview. And like I said, I'm not going to show the whole interview on this channel. You have to go to Ben Shapiro's channel or the Livewire channel and watch this interview, especially if you're on the side of Gina Carano, especially if you even if you don't agree with Gina Carano, what she went through was wrong. And picture yourself going through that situation. You against a mob. You against a mob. You against people who are slandering your name. You against people who are changing the narrative. Imagine you in that position. Imagine you getting fired from a company who didn't even let you know of your unemployment status until the mob found out, just like you found out, which was on an online post. Imagine that. Imagine that. Think about it. Let's not be ignorant here. Think about it. So it continues here. Things got worse. So Lucasfilm asked one of their employees to erase the Cara Dune character. Erase the Cara Dune character. They had no idea what was going on, but the individual not only erased the character, but basically publicized it on social media, praising it. This is what's, it is so baffling that these are the kind of employees that are employed in Lucasfilms, that they're praising the fire of one of their fellow workers. Take a look.
Lucasfilm asked an artist that they employ to erase my character and put a different character in place. And, you know, he proudly announces this on Twitter and erases my character and puts, you know, another character in place. And all of the fans of Cara Dune were just outraged. You know, they're like, why didn't you just add the character? Why did you have to take off the character? Is there something wrong? Is Gina getting fired? I've been through so much.
So all the fans didn't know what was going on. And we all know about that picture when her character was erased. I'm not even going to get into detail about that. We're just going to concentrate on the amazing interview Ben Shapiro has done with Gina Carano. I mean, your character erased. You not knowing the status of your employment. You not knowing what's going on over there at Lucasfilm for the simple fact that employees are praising your downfall. And the higher ups of Lucasfilms and Disney have nothing to say about that, have nothing to say about the behavior of their own employees praising the downfall of another employee. How professional is that? How can you find pride in that as a multi-million-dollar company? Where's the morale? Do you think another worker wants to go work in that type of environment knowing that if they do anything wrong, that the other fellow employees are going to praise your downfall? This society has become a society that I don't want to be involved in. This is a touchy part of the interview right here because a lot of people disagree with the post that she put up on her Twitter that cost her job. And it's her own right to put up whatever she wants, like I said. But I'm not even going to dive into this fully. I'm going to let you hear it from Gina Carano herself on why she did what she did. Even though she has every right to put out what she wants to put out. And I understand when you work for a company that basically does not want the type of attention that basically she generated. I mean, we have to look at it from both sides. Because I understand Disney did not want the attention she was spurring up. But she has every right to put anything she wants on her account. Now, do you fire her to appease the mob? No, because what you're doing is you're letting the mob know that even though we have the power to fire that individual for whatever she posts on her account, you guys have way more power to basically decide the fate of that individual if you get in contact with us and let us know that you're unhappy with that post that he or she put on her account. We want her fired. You're basically giving the mob the power to do and to decide whoever succeeds and doesn't succeed, depending on their political opinion, whether it's from the left or from the right. But this is what she said about what she posted. Do I believe that she should have posted what she posted? Depends on how you look at it. If you wanted to stay employed, then I believe she shouldn't have to put that post. If you look at it from the other side, if she wanted to stand for what she believes in, then yes, she should have put the post. Gotta look at it from both sides. You can't just be it can't just be apples. It has to be apples and oranges. You know what I mean? Let's take a look.
There's just been so much hypocrisy, and they have those like little edited videos where you can see the Democrat leaders just like completely the hypocrite. Like it was like I just always laugh. I'm like, this is like hypocrisy 2020. And so I just like put that out because I thought that was like a good way to convey that we need to start paying attention to the hypocrisy. So for me, it was just like open your eyes.
So those two again.
That's gonna be the end basically of this video. Hope you liked the video. Like I said, if you want to see the whole interview, you have to go to the Ben Shapiro's site and watch the whole interview. It's available today. You can sit down, relax, have a cup of coffee, have a couple of bagels, and enjoy it because the interview was amazing. Great job once again by Ben Shapiro. I'm not going to show the interview on my channel like I said in the beginning because it was such an amazing interview. Ben Shapiro has done such a great job with that interview. And I have to admit, you have to go check it out. But if you have sat down through this whole segment of this video, I really appreciate it. Ben Shapiro's link will be down in the bottom. Also, you can subscribe to his channel. You will get a discount. They're giving away the discount. And support it if you really believe in what Gina Carano is fighting for. And even if you don't support Gina Carano herself, but you support her policies, her basically her saying that you have every right to do whatever you want to do with your own account. You have rights, for God's sake. If you even support that, you can subscribe to the Live Wire or to even Ben Shapiro. Other than that, thanks for hanging out with me. This is Black Shy Guy. Thanks for sitting at my table. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out of here.